Dear student, today's topic is imperforated anus. It is a part of anorectal malformation. It is a very important chapter for undergraduate student. Now we are discussing the imperforated anus. So what is imperforated anus? Imperforated anus is nothing but there is no anal opening at the normal anatomical position. So there is no anal opening at the normal anatomical position. This is the original view of a baby, a newborn baby, the original view showing there is just an anal pit, no anal opening. And here is the schematic diagram, there is no anal opening. That is completely covered with skin. So this is imperforated anus. So for the next, there is ectopic anus. What is ectopic anus? Ectopic anus is nothing but the anal opening outside the perineum, outside in the perineum, not from the normal anatomical position. That's means the wrong place. The anal opening is at the wrong place. This is called ectopic anus. So what is the should be the diagram?
বাবা এক সেকেন্ড দাঁড়াও।
So what is ectopic anus? The anal opening arises anywhere from the midline except the anal point. It may be anterior to anal opening, normal anatomy, or it may be posterior to normal opening. So it is posterior ectopic anus. This is anterior ectopic anus. The ectopic anus may arise, anterior ectopic anus may arise the midline from scrotum to anal opening or just beneath the scrotal soil. So this is the ectopic anus. What is the picture here? This is the picture. This is a picture shows a female baby. There is the anal opening and a male baby, the anal opening anterior to the normal anal point. And another picture, this is a female baby. This is the normal anus. This is also showing the anal opening at the perineum. So all are the anterior ectopic anus. So these are the ectopic anus. Now we have classified the imperforated anus. Imperforated anus or anorectal malformation is divided into three groups. So anorectal malformation is divided into three groups. Number one, low anomaly, high anomaly, and the cloaca. So these are the three types: low anomaly, high anomaly, and the cloaca. What is the picture? It is the distance between anal pit and the rectal gap. If less than 2 cm, this is low anomaly. This is more than 2 cm, this is high anomaly. So what is the cloaca? Cloaca is nothing but the three opening. I mean rectal opening, vaginal opening and the urinary opening all are a single canal. It is called cloaca. What is the picture of cloaca? Cloaca is nothing but the three physiological opening open as a single opening. The single opening. This is the urinary bladder opening. This is the uterine opening, and the rectal opening, all in the single vaginal opening. This is called cloaca. So low anomaly, high anomaly, and the cloacal anomaly. These are the persistent cloacal anomaly. These are the three types of anomaly. So the patient was born with imperforated anus. What is the representation? The representation is there is no anal opening or a simple membranous covering at the anal pit, or there is no anal opening, or sometimes very stenosed anal opening other than the normal anatomical position. So what is the clinical presentation? Clinical presentation is no meconium, no flatus, gradual abdominal distension and vomiting. So these are the presentation 1 to 2 days after birth. So a patient, a baby born with no anal opening or very stenosed anal opening or ectopic anal opening, there patient may present with no meconium or a just point of meconium, no passing of flatus, gradual abdominal distension or vomiting. So these are the presentation. The imperforated anus or a patient with anorectal malformation may associate with vectoral association. What are the vectoral association? V, A, C, T, E, R, L. Vectoral association. V for vertebral anomaly. A for V for vertebral anomaly, A for anorectal anomaly, C for cardiac anomaly, T and E for tracheo, tracheoesophageal anomaly, R for renal anomaly, and L for limb. So a patient whenever diagnosed with imperforated anus or ectopic anus or anorectal malformation, whatever, so these are features should be identified or examined very carefully, either clinically or later investigatively. So imperforated anus representation and the other anomalies are associated. What are the embryology behind it? What are the embryology behind it? The anorectal malformation, how to establish? This is the embryo, the first picture. This is the embryo of 21 days. There is developing of foregut, there is developing of midgut, and there is developing of cloaca which is joined with allantosis and the hindgut. And the allantosis and hindgut are separated by a septum. It is known as urorectal septum. So, a embryo of 21 days, there is developing of foregut, midgut, hindgut, allantosis and cloaca. So, cloaca is dividing by a urorectal septum, anteriorly allantosis and posteriorly hindgut. Gradually developing up after 2 to 3 weeks after or 1 to 1.5 months, the urorectal septum gradually progress towards the perineum and gradually grow development of primitive urogenital sinus and the hindgut. And at the month of 4, there is developing of urinary bladder and going to urethra. This is the hindgut going to anal canal and rectum, and this is the perineum. So this is the development. During this development, if the anorectal septum is not developed or cloaca is not obliterated completely, so the rectal malformation is developed and it is communicating to various other organs. So what are the other organ communication or the fate if the imperforated anus is not developed properly? So what the fate if rectum anal canal is not developed? Number 1. So this is the blind rectum. This is urinary bladder. In a male person, the rectum may absolutely no sinus formation. There is no sinus formation. May patient present with this like the blind rectum and the urogenital sinus is separate. It may communicate with bladder. So this is called rectovesical fistula. This is called rectovesical fistula. May communicate with bladder neck. It is a very complicating and very serious complication. Communicate with bladder neck. Communicating with the prostatic urethra or communicating with bulbar urethra. So these are the male presentation. There is maybe fistula may communicate with bladder. So rectovesical fistula. The communicating tract may communicate between the rectum and the bladder neck. The communicating tract communicate between the rectum and the prostatic urethra. So the prostatic urethra and the bulbar urethra. So these are the male representation. If the sinus is developed and there is a communication developed, so may patient with the passing of stool along with the urine. That's mean patient presented with fecal mixed urine and foul smelling fecal mixed stool recurrent UTI. If the female patient, for the female patient, what would be the occurrence? So in case of female patient, the fistula may communicate with uterus, the vestibule and the vagina. So recto-uterine fistula, recto-vestibular fistula, and recto-vaginal fistula. These are the presentation of female, or sometimes may present with single opening of rectum, uterus, vagina, and the urinary system. All are together in a single channel. So these are the various types of the fistula showing the picture. The picture showing the rectum. This is the rectum that communicates directly to the bladder, and the picture. This is a blind rectum. There is no communication. There is no fistula. There is separate urinary system and the complete intestinal obstruction without any communication with the urinary system or other perianal region. So these are the two varieties. Another variety for female patient. This is a recto-vaginal fistula. This is a vagina, and this is the rectum, blind rectum, and the anal opening is obliterated. So there is a gap, vagina and the rectum. This is called recto-vaginal fistula. If it should communicate at the vestibule, that means above the fornix, it is called recto-vestibular fistula, and it may sometimes communicate with directly to the rectum, directly toward the uterus. So recto-uterine fistula. So these are the various types of fistula. Next, what is the investigation? So for the investigation to diagnose it is a low fistula or it is a intermediate fistula or it is a high fistula. So first of all, invertogram. So student, what the investigation for anorectal malformation or imperforated anus? The conventional investigation is invertogram. So conventional investigation is invertogram. It is a long days investigation. This is going on a long days. What is invertogram? Invertogram is nothing but a plain X-ray of pelvis and abdomen when the baby's head to be downwards and leg to be upwards. The baby hold by hand the leg end the upwards and the head end to be the downwards. When to be done? It should be done at least 24 hours to 48 hours after birth, because the gas shadow reaches the end point of the rectum. Until the gas shadow reaches until the end point of the rectum, the X-ray is with the error. How to measure? A barium piece to be placed at the anal cleft and lateral X-ray view is taken. Where is the distance between the anal cleft, that is the marker, and the shadow? This is the shadow. If it is less than 2.5 cm, it is the low anomaly. That means low anomaly. And if the shadow is more than 2.5 cm, it is the high anomaly. It just gives the high anomaly. A arbitrary line may measure if the distance from the anal cleft and the gas shadow is more than 2.5 cm, it shows it is a high anomaly. And if the distance is less than 2.5 cm, this is low anomaly. The another procedure is a arbitrary line is drawn from the symphysis pubis to the sacrococcygeal joint. Symphysis pubis to sacrococcygeal joint, a arbitrary line is made. If the gas shadow crosses the line, it is low anomaly, and if the shadow above that line, it is the high anomaly. By these two procedures, we can determine it is a high anomaly or it is the low anomaly. On the basis of these two, we can take measure for operation plan or further procedure. So this is the invertogram. This is the conventional investigation. But nowadays, after invention of the MRI, it gives the better anatomical delineation, and it is the nowadays investigation of choice. For MCQ, MRI of the lower abdomen and pelvis is the investigation site for the anorectal malformation or imperforated anus. So this is the investigation. So next, what is the treatment? Treatment for low anomaly. Treatment for low anomaly. Low anomaly means covered anus, membranous anus, or stenosis anus. For these two, covered anus or membranous anus, just anoplasty is sufficient. Anoplasty, it may be just VOI anoplasty or simply cruciate incision and gradual anal dilation, or for anal stenosis, just gradual anal dilation for 2 to 3 months gives the sufficient result. It is the one setup procedure. Sometimes surgical procedure may be done by anoplasty. No need of PSRP or any other big surgical procedure. Low anomaly, the result is very good and it is the single setup operation. Whereas the high anomaly, for high anomaly, it is a two-stage procedure. Two-stage procedure. Colostomy first. Temporary proximal colostomy, it should be done just after birth, or that's mean whenever the patient developing acute intestinal obstruction to relieve the symptom or to give the life of the baby. Proximal colostomy should be done first. It should be done 1 to 2 to 3 days when the diagnosis is made and patient is suffering from acute intestinal obstruction. So colostomy should be the first operation, and after 6 to 2 years, 6 months to 1 year, the PSARP, posterior sagittal anorectoplasty, PSARP, posterior sagittal anorectoplasty, very important term, posterior sagittal anorectoplasty. It invented by Pena, Pena, Pena. It should be done by Pena, the surgeon. It invent the operation posterior sagittal anorectoplasty. It should be done after 6 months of the colostomy, 6 months to 1 year, when the patient is quite better, healthy, and all nutritional status are good. Then the operation should be made. So PSARP, posterior sagittal anorectoplasty, and followed by the colostomy reverse. So this is the treatment of high anomaly. High anomaly is a two-stage procedure, proximal colostomy and the PSRP after 6 months to 1 year. So this is the high anomaly. What is the treatment of cloaca? The treatment of cloaca, it is multi-stage procedure. It is not single stage, it is not two stage, or it is not 3 stage. Cloacal anomaly needs multi-stage procedure. That's mean the separating the vagina to vagina to the GI tract, vagina to urinary tract, and finally the 3 tracts should be made separately: urinary tract, genital tract, and the anorectal tract. So colostomy is a multi-stage procedure. It takes long term, 3 to 4 years, even 5 or more. So this is the treatment for imperforated anus or anorectal malformation. It is a very important topic for the undergraduate students. It comes short note and multiple MCQs comes from this chapter, and very important for invertogram. What is invertogram? How to invertogram made, and what is the interpretation of the from this X-ray should be taken at the Viva question. So go through this chapter, imperforated anus or anorectal malformation. Thank you, student.